oh love, it's a duty that we hold in Lafta Republic to be happy, and to make other people laugh. It's a duty. I am an African. I don't need a microphone. Most English comics, when they come on stage, they tell you they're happy to be here. Look at me. I'm not English. I'm Scottish. I'm very, very happy to be here. There's a reason why the English were able to steal land from primitive people back in the days. It was because of a law called terra nullius. Terra nullius means land that belongs to no one. And I have been using that same law to claim land across the United Kingdom. 10 years ago, when I moved to St. Albans in Hertfordshire, I met a homeless man outside Tesco. He told me he was the leader of St. Albans. I bought him 3 cans of special brew, and he gave me St. Albans. St. Albans is now my property. The United Kingdom is now my property. I intend to unite the 3 Southern tribes, the Welsh, the Cockneys, and the Cockneys. If you don't get my jokes, blame the British educational system. I used to be one of the funniest dictators in the world. And all of a sudden, since the 20th of January 2017, Donald Trump has been trying to take my throne. I actually believe that Donald Trump is an African dictator. Let me tell you why. During the elections, he said the elections were being rigged. That is what African dictators say during the elections. Number 2, he said he was going to put his opponent in jail. That is what African dictators do. And number 3, he has appointed his family members into the American government. Tell me if that isn't African. My name is President Obonjo of Lafta Republic, a self-proclaimed leader, an African dictator, now living in St. Albans in Hertfordshire. I love the train journey from King's Cross to St. Albans because everybody thinks I'm getting off at Luton. I promise not to talk to you about being black, even though I've been black for 51 years. I'm not. Let me tell you about Lafta Republic. Lafta Republic consists of 3 tribes. The Okorodudu tribe, which means goodness, the Kamutu tribe, which means gracious, and the Kaputu tribe, which means great balls of fire. And I come from the great balls of fire tribe. Lafta Republic has no oil, we've got comedy gold. Lafta Republic is very close to Wakanda. Thank you very much. This is nice. You see, they don't take me serious as a comedian. The other day I went to Scotland, outside London, performing to 350 people. You hear me talk about 350 people because just like Donald Trump, I inflate the number of audience members I perform to. So right now there are 350 people in the Backyard Comedy Club. And when I went to Scotland, outside London, performing to 350 people, this woman came to me and asked me if I was from uniformdating.com. I never knew there was a website called uniformdating.com, so I fucking registered. Great stuff. Every time I say great stuff, I'm trying to remember my fucking lines. Great stuff. I used to live in Stratford, now they call it Westfield. When I moved to St. Albans 10 years ago, I thought I was going to suffer racism from white people. I don't actually suffer racism from white people. I suffer racism from black people who haven't seen black people for a while. I'm married to an English wife, married her for passport rather than for love. We have 3 lovely children. I gave them English names. James Alexandra Obonjo, 18. Margaret Alexandra Obonjo 12, and Cassandra Alexandra Obonjo 6. We had sex every 6 years based on the government child benefit policy. Let's talk about Brexit. No. You see, I'm not one of these comedians who comes on stage and criticizes you for voting in or out. It was your right to vote. But look at me. Do I look like the sort of comedian who believes in elections? It doesn't cost you £350 million. There's no withdrawal agreement. There's no custom union. There's no single market. There's no voting. You changed the government overnight. I went to Hastings outside London performing to 350 people. This was the second day after the referendum. And let me tell you, when I arrived in Hastings, I knew I wasn't supposed to be in Hastings. I increased the ethnic population by 100%. And there was a woman called Helen. She's not here tonight. She had a question for me on Brexit and immigration. She said, Mr. President. I said, Helen. I said, Mr. President. I said, Helen. I said, Mr. President, why are you lot always taking our jobs? I said, Helen, what do you do for a living? Then she said, foot massage therapist. I said, what does that entail? She said, massaging people's feet. I said, look at me. Look at the way I'm dressed. You think I've come all the way from Africa to take your job? I said, foot massage therapist. Number 10 Downing Street is what I want. I have a dream. Not a wet dream, a political dream. But I got fed up with the Theresa May government, and I point to the following people to my cabinet. Deputy President, Trevor McDonald. Secretary of State for Arts and Culture, Chris Eubank. My Food Minister, Levi Roots. My Sports Minister, John Terry. My Transport Secretary, Jeremy Clarkson. And the Chancellor of the Exchequer, the Halifax man. If you don't get my jokes, blame the British education system. Comedy is like dogging, let me explain. You go to strange places at night to perform comedy. The spotlight represents the cast. People are watching you perform. Some are enjoying your performance. The people who know what dogging is are actually laughing about dogging. And there's some who just want to join you on stage. Thank you very much. This is nice. I am a comedy genius. Strong and stable dictatorship. Comedy for the many rather than for the few. You see, as comedians, when we do very well, it's as if we're high on cocaine. The other day, I went to Liverpool outside London, performing to 350 people. You see, after the gig at Liverpool Comedy Club, they were screaming my name. President Obonjo, President Obonjo, you are fantastic. You are brilliant. You are fantastic. I totally forgot myself, driving on the M6 in this uniform, saying they loved me. Driving on the M6 in this uniform, saying they loved me. Driving on the M6 in this uniform, saying they loved me. Guess who stopped me? The police. He came towards me. He said, hello, sir. I said, hello. He said, keep serving this country. I said, I will. And he asked me to go. I don't think you realize how important I felt. The relationship between the black man and the police is always very complicated. So when my black friends tell me that there's racism in the United Kingdom, I say, wear a fucking army uniform, you get to realize. 10 years ago, Obama became president. He gave me hope. He gave me dreams, and one day I could also become president of a great nation. 10 years down the line, I'm wearing an army uniform, calling myself President Obonjo because it sounds like Obama. I'm terrorizing white people across the United Kingdom. 10 years ago, Obama became president. My wife was supporting Hillary Clinton. I was supporting Obama. Obama becomes president. She buys me 2 books to read, The Audacity of Hope and Dreams of My Father. I read the books. And I noticed there were similarities between myself and Obama. It got to a stage that every time I made love to my wife, I recited Obama's speeches. They said this day will never come. They said we set our sights too high. We were too disillusioned, too divided to achieve a common purpose. You have done what the city said you couldn't do. As we're about to come, we will say, yes, we can. Thank you very much. I want to talk to you about my friend Kim Jong-un. Are you okay? The North Korean dictator. You see, there's no doubt in my mind that North Korea tests bombs. There's no doubt in my mind that America tests bombs in 4 civilian countries. There's no doubt in my mind that I test my jokes on my audience members and I never bomb. I want to talk to you about my wife now. The one I left in St. Albans in Hertfordshire. Not my comedy wife. You see, I have to tell you, when I proposed to my wife 20 years ago, outside London, for 350. I have to tell you, I was joking. I didn't really mean it. 20 years down the line, the joke has run out. 3 lovely children. Joke 1, joke 2, joke 3. Are you enjoying this? I have been having a fantastic time. I don't know about you. I'm having a real fantastic time. You see, I'm the only comedian to go to America recently to achieve 2 things in America. Number 1, I did not die on stage. And number 2, I did not die on the streets of America. I never ever know how to end my set. I am not really a comedian. I'm a president who came on a state visit to see your queen 10 years ago. And let me tell you, when I arrived to see your queen, I was really disappointed at the state visit. I didn't know she was German. So I wanted to meet real English people. Real English people. So someone said I should go to Leicester Square. I arrived at Leicester Square. Why do you fucking allow so many foreigners in Leicester Square? I couldn't meet real English people. So someone said I should go to the comedy store. I went to the comedy store on a Monday night, and happened to be a night when they asked audience members to come on stage. This MC had the audacity to ask me to come on stage. I went on stage. I did 5 minutes, no speech, no jokes, no material. 350 people gave me a standing ovation. I totally forgot myself. I was on a state visit. I met comedy promoters, and they were giving me gigs. Come to Luton, come to Backyard, come to Brighton, gigging across the country. My people in Africa found out that I was no longer on a state visit, and they got rid of me, and here I am now. Thank you very much. You know, I want to thank this club tonight because, you know, it's very, very strange at times to see two. Are you talking while I'm performing? Which one of you is talking right? Do you know what we do to hecklers in my country? Our favorite dish is called roasted heckler. You okay? You're a bit nervous. It's only comedy. Only comedy. So, she's made me forget my train of thought. But great stuff. Now, what I was going to say is this. That at times it's very difficult to have 2 black acts in the same lineup because I think we're going to talk about being black. Now, I went to Milton Keynes outside London performing to 350 people. This was 3 months ago. And you see, when I arrived at Milton Keynes, there was a guy called Jerry, 4'9". He did his set 20 minutes and there was a break. There's a female comic, she did a set 20 minutes and there was a break. And there was President Obonjo, Idris Elba lookalike. Idris Elba lookalike! And there was a break. And this woman came to me. Oh my You are funnier than Marky McIntyre. You are funnier than Chris Rock. You are funnier than Lee Evans. I can't believe it. You should be on TV. You did 2 sets. Did you just fucking fart? Talk to you about the royal family before I leave. You see, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy about Harry and Meghan. I'm very, very happy that Harry has been radicalized. Like I said, I never ever know how to end my set. I'm not really a comedian. But what I wasn't expecting here tonight. Not only is someone fat, I am fucking sweating, my clothes are wet. But guys, they say you should always leave your set on a high. I always like to leave my set on a low. Quietly. I know some of you are wondering, what type of comedy is this? Is this British comedy? This is the beginning of a mental health awareness campaign. Because why would I wake up at the age of 45 and start wearing a fucking army uniform and running around the United Kingdom? Look, you have been a fantastic, a wonderful audience. If you have enjoyed my performance, please tweet about it. I don't even need to beg you, my people will find you. If you haven't enjoyed my performance, nobody needs to know. Thank you very much.